everyone, it's Alana and welcome back to my channel. Today I thought I would do a really quick fun video on 5 of my bad bookish habits. So being a reader, we all have our favorite books and our favorite genres to consume. There's also those times when you're talking to someone about what you've been reading and you might let slip one of those weird things that you do while reading. Everyone has theirs, but here are mine. And the first one of mine is that I read and eat at the same time. Now I know this isn't an issue for some people, but lately I've sort of realized that not everyone does this, mainly for the reason that they don't want to get crumbs or any sort of food slash drink on their books, which I totally understand and get, but for me, that's valuable reading time. So when I'm having breakfast in the morning, my book will be open on the side. Lunchtime, again, crucial reading time to get done. I will cut my food up into little small pieces that I can just stab it while I read my book. Now, I don't do this so much during dinner time just because that is like family time. My second bad bookish habit is that I will dog ear pages. But before you scream, there is a reason behind my madness. So let's just pick a book off my shelves and I'll show you what I mean. Something just fell out of that, that's fine. But as you can see, there are multiple dog-eared pages in this. And yes, while I still use bookmarks, the reason why I dog-ear pages is because if there is a moment, a scene, or just a particular paragraph of writing that speaks to me, I like to tab it. Also, if it's plot related, and I think it's going to be really crucial, I like to tab it so that I will remember that moment. Especially if I ever reread the books, I like to see if that moment still speaks to me like it did the first time I read the book. So that's my reasoning behind why I do dog ear pages. I don't just do it while I'm reading, like I won't just finish reading a page and fold the entire thing over to hold my place. That is what bookmarks are for. I'm not a complete monster, but like I said, special moments or things that I really like, I will dog ear the page. They're my books, so I pretty much get to do whatever I want with them, and that is one of my habits that a lot of people sort of are a bit taken aback about when I admit, because being a book lover, I probably shouldn't like to do that, but I do. The next habit that I have to talk about is the fact that I can be reading a book and I can just stop mid-sentence, mid-page, anywhere, it doesn't matter, and put my bookmark in and close the book and pick it up again later. Now, I didn't realize that this was such an odd thing until I spoke to one of my friends the other day and she was saying how she had to get to the next chapter before she finished reading for the night, which I mean makes sense, but also I find there are chapters that end on cliffhangers, so then you just have to keep on reading. So I've just always been able to stop wherever and pick it up again later on. Weirdly too, my brain or eyes or whatever just seem to recognize where I was up to, and they'll go straight to that point on the page. Number 4 is that I used to read with the dust jackets on when I had the hardcover copy of a book. So I would just pick up a book, if it was a hardcover, read with the dust jacket on, even though it sort of slips all over the place while you're reading it, and basically wondered why the tops of my dust jackets or them in general were just getting destroyed. Also, side note, when I was younger, I used to just completely throw the dust jacket away, which I now admit is terrible, but I was young and naive and didn't worry about that sort of thing, which is why now these 2 copies of my Harry Potter books in the hardcover don't have dust jackets on them because I was young and foolish. This is also from my dog, but memories, right? Even though I don't do this anymore, my reasons behind it were that I didn't want to get fingerprints and anything sort of messing up the hardcover itself. But now I'm a little bit more careful with my books. I use book sleeves all the time, which are super handy, and I am just more aware and now read them without. So that one's fine because I sort of fixed it. And my 5th and final bad habit for this video is that I used to highlight and scribble in certain books. I did this for uni. Now I know annotating books is a thing that some people really love to do, but me personally, I tend to draw the line now with just dog-earing my favorite moments. That does the same sort of thing for me. But when it came to uni books or certain texts, I would just go at it. So let me see if I can find one. So this was one that I had to do for uni. We had to read Ovid's Metamorphosis, and as you can see, I didn't finish it because the highlighting isn't really here, but there is underlined passages with notes, and then even some highlighter in there too. This isn't one of the worst ones. As you can see, I didn't really take really good care of my uni text, but this was really handy for when I was writing essays, to just be able to flip to that and see on the page instead of having to scan the whole page all the time, because I had to write a lot of essays for uni, and this just made that more bearable. So there are 5 of my own bad bookish habits that I do with my books. This video is entirely subjective. Take it with a grain of salt. This is just some fun that I thought I'd have and share with you some of my less appealing sort of side to my own reading experience. I just thought that this would be a fun little video idea to sort of get to know me a little bit better. So comment down below what you consider one of your bad bookish habits to be. I can't wait to see what you guys come up with, and just remember that this is all in the name of fun. So that's it for today's video. I will see you in another one. Bye!